Hey, I'm Andy, and welcome to Rock, Roll, and Red Plaid. Our guest this week is singer and songwriter Alexis Bleu. She's new to the Boston area, but has a whole lot to offer and is a fantastic artist. Come check out this really cool and really unique interview. All right, Rock, Roll, and Red Plaid. And you're asking, why is Andy in a blue shirt? Well, I'm a very literal humor person, and we have Alexis Bleu with us, so I have to wear the blue shirt. Normally wear the red plaid shirt, but I said figuring my literal sense of humor, I have to jump in there. Well, good to have you with us.
I love it. Thank you for having me.
Of course. Um, I had heard some of your music through, I guess, one of the Boston Facebook pages, and
Yeah.
I really liked what you were doing, and I understand. Is it that you're going to Berkeley now? Um,
Yeah. Yep.
Fantastic. The closest I got was sitting on the steps of Berkeley one time, and I'm like, man, one day, and then I'm just like, yeah, I'll play gigs instead. So good for you. Good for you.
Yeah.
um, Tell us a little bit about yourself. What is one of my first favorite questions is always, what was the first artist to inspire you to start playing music?
Yeah, great question. I I honestly wanna say that artists for me would be either Selena Gomez or Katy Perry, actually. The first concert I ever went to was Selena Gomez back when she had her band, Selena Gomez and the Scene. And I don't know, something about just seeing her on stage and seeing her do her thing as a pop artist. And same thing with Katy Perry. I just think it's really cool and inspiring. So the first song I ever sang in front of anyone actually was "Roar" by Katy Perry. So,
Yes, coming in strong. That's good.
oh yeah.
That's like the perfect.
But
That's like
but
sorry.
yeah,
That's I was just gonna say that's the perfect song for
yeah,
this kind of thing, right?
yes,
Sorry.
absolutely.
My gosh. But some of the songs you've been putting up on your social medias have been it's funny when you mention artists like that and those are your first real big inspirations. It's funny because when I hear what you do, I'm hearing influences that are farther back than you've been alive probably because
Yes.
I'm hearing Alanis Morissette, I'm hearing Meredith Brooks, I'm hearing a little bit of Sheryl Crow, even the people I've shown it to who have unanimously said, "You gotta get that girl on the show." I said, "Yes, I will." Um, but I'm hearing those influences, and I just my question is just like, does that come naturally to you, or was that kinda like just something you wanted to go towards, and then somebody said one day, "You know who you sound like?" Or is that just kinda one of those
Um,
things?
Honestly, it's just kind of one of those things. So I definitely grew up with a lot of influences from all over the place. So I myself was very into pop music, but my mom has always been into more of like an indie alternative vibe. My dad's into classic rock. My brother's into rap. I grew up with my grandparents living with me, so that also brought a lot of influence from 50s through the 80s. So it's kind of been coming at me from every which way. So when I write a song, it's really whatever genre comes out, whatever happens, happens. It's very unintentional,
Yeah, it's like
believe it or not.
stirring up an ingredients and putting it on the soup, as I say, and it's
Yeah.
like that gumbo vibe. Where was it gumbo where you just throw whatever in and whatever happens
Yeah.
happens? Yeah, something like that. Is that it? I don't know.
I
But
think
I
maybe.
think it's gumbo. I don't know. I like it. I'm not picky. But what was your first gig like ever? Oh, you played Roar, obviously, but like, was it? Do you like? I don't know if there's like footage of that looking back, and you kind of go, "Oh, that was good," and then, or were you kind of skeptical, or
So the first time I sang in front of people and the first time I gigged was very different. The first time I sang in front of people, actually, it was I want to say it was like fifth or sixth grade, and it was like first week of school. It was an assignment, and one of the things we had to share was like something like a hobby, something like special about you. And I was like, oh my goodness, I love music, I can sing. So that was my first time ever actually performing in front of anybody. But my first gig I ever had solo, I was 12.
Okay.
Um, and most of them were just little coffee shops. I grew up in Colorado, so
Okay.
it was just a bunch of little coffee shops in Castle Rock, Colorado, and I mean nothing too crazy. It was super super chill. I'm very glad that that's the gig setting that I started with, but I don't know. It felt strange to me, I guess, at first that people would like want to come watch me sing and like play my piano or like play my
Mhm.
guitar. But
It's kind of like
I
that
don't know.
feeling.
I guess it worked out.
Yeah, it's I sometimes call it it feels like imposter syndrome. It's like, what is it? Me? Really?
Yes.
Me? Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
I feel like the still the greatest of the great who are that great still get imposter syndrome. Like there's this fantastic story that when I met Henry Rollins, he's told a story about Ozzy Osbourne, and like you can't get any bigger in the rock world, the hard rock world than Ozzy, right? Okay,
Mm-mm.
and he opened for Ozzy one night, and he goes up to Ozzy afterwards, and Ozzy says to him, "Is anyone out there?" There's like 60,000 people out there, and he's just like, "Oh, I was worried that no one was going to show up." Are you kidding me? And it's
No
like,
way.
how many people? You know, love Ozzy.
Exactly.
Yeah, come on.
Oh
But
gosh.
don't lose that. That's the sense of like you want to do
Yeah.
good. That's like I said,
Yeah.
I played last night at an open mic, and it's like I still get nervous, but it's a good nervous. It's like, oh, I want to do this. I want to do well. I want to do good. I want to
Yeah.
give people something good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, so where was it in Colorado you were from, you said?
Castle Rock. So it's kind of sandwiched between like Denver and Colorado Springs.
Hmm. Networking through different people, it's you wind up finding we're all kind of intertwined one way or another. And that leads to my next question: has it always been solo for you, or it's always transitions? So it's always been
Yeah.
solo for you, or bands,
Um,
or
well, when I first started performing, I kind of started with a band. I guess the studio out in Colorado that I started taking voice lessons at, they had these little band camp things. So, you would go audition and then they would put people with similar level of abilities together.
I did something
So
like
that's
that.
really where I started. Yeah, yeah. So I mean, that's really where I started getting my performance experience was from those. I did a couple of those, and then I started performing solo again around the age of 12.
Hmm.
So it's been solo for me ever since, but I recently started a band here at Berklee with some friends of mine. So
Nice.
hopefully we're gonna start finding some gigs here soon. So that's really fun. And it's more of an R&B kind of funk vibe going right
Ooh,
now. So
okay.
very different from what I'm used to, but
Mm.
I think that's part of the fun.
Well, let me know if you ever need someone to open. I like to turn
Yeah,
the wheel. I like to turn the wheel genre wise and do all kinds of stuff. So
absolutely.
yeah.
Yeah.
Um, I like asking this question too. Best gig ever versus a nightmare gig. Can you any you like to tell
Ooh,
or those this is always my favorite question. I'm sorry, but it
yes.
is.
Okay, so best gig ever and then nightmare gig, right?
Hmm. Can be more than one. You don't have
Okay,
to, yeah.
so um goodness gracious. Okay, yeah, I think I would say yeah. Yeah, best gig ever so far.
Hmm.
I want to say it was my first gig here in Boston, actually. It was a really, really fun night. I opened up for another local artist, Kai Wilson, and absolutely insane talent. The energy was just so, so crazy, so cool, so fun. And I love playing the Rockwood. I've played there a couple times since, and it is
Oh, I
one
like
of
the
my favorite
Rockwood. Yeah,
venues.
I like that place.
Yes, it's so great. Um, I think Nightmare gig. Oh my goodness. Oh, yeah. I mean, I've played so many I played so many gigs that I feel like
Hmm.
could be considered nightmare.
It
I've,
doesn't even have to
been
be. It
doing it
didn't.
since I've
Yeah, I was just saying it
been
doesn't
doing
even
it since
have.
I was 12, but
Mhm.
oh, I'm so sorry.
No, that's okay. I was just saying it doesn't have to be like a giant horror
Yeah.
show. Like just even little things that go wrong, like just things that
Yeah.
because like you and I have played so many gigs over the years, like even if it's
Yeah.
like this much of the percentage, that's still good, even if it's you can't win them all, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, with that being said, I would say any gig that I show up to and I mess up the own words to my song, which brings me to a a memory of a gig that I played where I there was a song that I've been playing by Coldplay, Viva La Vida by Coldplay. I had been playing it for probably about a year at gigs at that point, and I start playing it and I'm like, "Yeah, I'm confident, like, we're going into this, the set's going really great." I kid you not, I think I vamped the intro for I don't even know what felt like forever, probably at least like a good 30 seconds. And my mom was in the front row trying to like mouth the words to me to communicate because I was like, I think
You're
I was probably
stuck.
13 at the time. I was in
Yeah.
shock and I was like,
Mm.
oh, I don't know what to do. It was horrifying. Oh,
You could
and
have you
oh
could
my
have done
goodness.
that. You could have done that. I don't know what to do. You could have done that. That would have been fun.
Oh my gosh, that's what I would do now when I forget words. I've done
Right.
that on occasion, but
Right.
oh my goodness, nightmare.
Yeah. Well, I had a this is a new one because this happened last night, so I haven't told this one on the podcast yet.
Oh jeez.
Where yeah, I know you would have gotten a kick out of this one. I know I had invited you to come up, but it was just a bit of a trek. Um, Next time though, hopefully.
Yes.
Okay. So I play electric predominantly, and at these most of these coffee shops, it's no amps. So to get
Yeah.
around that, we have an amp sim pedal, which is basically like it's not just a distortion pedal. It's like it's a little box that has a preamp in it. This is super nerdy stuff, but and you're for it. I know you are. So I don't have one at the moment. Mine's back ordered. Hopefully, I will get it before they say it's going to be here, which is in May. Which is ridiculous. I'm like, no, thank you. Please, right here now. Thank you. Here's
Yeah.
hoping. Anyhow, my friend, really gracious for him, but he had me run through his laptop, which with like an interface and stuff. And I was like, okay, yeah, let's do it. It's as long as whatever. And my guitar, you ever see those old Godzilla movies where they talk and they go, Godzilla, and like, and they can't, and it's a delay. That's what was happening with my guitar. So I went,
Oh.
dang, and I'm like, oh,
Oh,
oh
jeez.
no, my guitar is rendered useless at this point. It's a prop. So I started miming it really bad on purpose. And
Oh my gosh.
I kept going through the whole set going, I promise I'm a good guitar player. Ask any of my friends over here. And then one of my friends, she just goes, it's like, oh, yeah, okay, thank you. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that was oh, I've jumped off stage and fallen. I've jumped off stage and
Oh my
hit
goodness.
my head and because I'm tall and the stage is tall and I didn't calculate that and oh any number of things, but you know. So as long as you haven't done that, forgetting words, I did that last night with my own
Yeah.
song and I so that last night was a trip, but I literally just went halfway through the second verse. I went, I forgot my own words.
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah. I'm like, because they don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever. I don't know. The things you do.
The things you gotta do.
Oh my goodness. Is there anyone, any musician you'd ever want to collaborate with? Famous, non-famous, living, dead? We'll throw
Oh
that
my
in there
god.
too. Not living dead, but living or dead.
Yeah.
Rob Zombie,
Um,
obviously.
yes, absolutely. No, at this very moment, I feel like it changes all the time, but right now it would be Tate McRae. She her most recent album that she released is so, 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 so good. It is exactly the kind of vibe that I'm looking to make music for. So I think that could be super, super sick. And we're around the same age. So
Hey, there you go. Oh my gosh. This is a new question I'm starting to ask people,
yeah,
especially the performers and the touring artists. What is your favorite post-show food? It's like you go home or you go whatever. Oh man, I'm after the show. I'm done. I'm off the clock. I can have some blank.
pad thai. I love
Ah,
pad thai. It is my favorite thing to eat. I love it.
and very good.
That's it. It's
There
just
it
it's
is.
that's it. Just pad thai. All the pad
These
thai.
these are really good. I know it may not be exactly the same because I might be misquoting here, so forgive me. But right down the street from where we played last night, there's a really good Indian restaurant. It's like really good Indian food, and there's all kinds of places downtown Salem. It's just like across the street a couple times you'll find something. You know, I don't know if you've been up here yet, but
Yeah.
um, to Salem. I don't know if you've been up to Salem yet, but
Yeah, yeah. I've gotten the chance to, yeah.
yeah.
Closer to Halloween time, my friends and I went up for a day trip. So,
Yes. Having lived in Salem for 25 years, I've finally gotten out. Uh, um, I'm not knocking it. I'm just saying it's a lot more fun in the summer, I'd say, because there's more options of stuff to do. There's like maritime stuff, there's the beach, there's a couple
yeah.
arcades and stuff, but that's a local's opinion. I'm not going to color another opinion there. So what is going on in the world of Alexis Blue?
What is going on? I have a new single called Self Sabotage. Um, there is not a confirmed release date yet, but I know that it is to be released before the 1st of May. So soon. So keep an eye out on my social medias for that announcement. I am at the Alexis Blue on all social media platforms, but it's spelled Bleu. So a
Mm.
little different,
Like the like that moldy cheese.
like the
Sorry,
French.
thanks. Oh, sorry. That's where my mind went. I'm sorry.
I mean,
I'm
you're not wrong.
sorry. I'm a good person.
You're not wrong.
I'm sorry. I'm never knocking it. I like the blue cheese. That's that's my go-to
Yeah.
after a gig. There's a couple places that serve like this blackened blue burger where it's like Cajun spices and
Ooh.
crumbled blue cheese on like a nice bun and stuff. I'm like, ooh, okay, now I'm hungry. Now I gotta
That
let's
would be
talk of
good.
post-show food. Um,
100%.
I brought it on myself. What are you gonna do? But um, so Berkeley, what has been your experience thus far? Because I think you're the first current student, because I've had a few alum on the show. And
Yeah.
yeah, what year are you in at the moment?
I'm in my first year,
All
so I'm in my
right,
second
hey,
semester. Yeah. So in the beginning of it, um, really in the thick of it right now. Second semester, I have heard is one of the hardest just with all of your classes. But it's honestly, I Berkeley is one of those schools where I feel you get out of it kind of what you put into it. Um, if you're, putting in the effort to like go and like go out to jam sessions and meet new people and go to all of these shows. Um, just making those connections, I think, is really important here. It's definitely all about the networking, but I also think it's really cool because pretty much all of our classes are music or English. So I'm getting to do what I love all the time, which is more than I ever thought I would get out of a college experience, to be honest.
going where the music takes you, as they say.
Pretty much, pretty
Yeah,
much.
yeah. I mean, I admire you guys who go into that school because I don't know. It's just For me personally, I thought about it for a while, and just I like where I'm at now, working in a music
Yeah,
therapist's office and everything, and that's just amazing to see everybody who comes in and out of that
yeah,
place. And it really is
yeah,
therapeutic, whether it's a job of music therapy. Music in general is therapeutic.
mhm,
Um,
yeah,
Man, it's just it's a wild ride, and and we're all for it, right?
yeah, honestly, it's it's a trip, that's for sure.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for coming, and I think we are done. For more of my original content, visit my website, www.andyconley.com.